Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finals of the third qualifier of the Golden Gift League for Age of Mythology here. Matreiuss in the blue color gonna be playing as Hades.
And his opponent, it's Kimo, and he's playing Oranos. Okay, alright. I mean, we've seen him play Oranos quite a bit, I must say. Even in times where I would have thought he would have gone Ra, but I would have thought on this map he would have gone Ra. Oh, Oranos. Fair enough.
Yeah, especially on Oasis, I think I can really dig it. It's not that much food. Your Terma are becoming more and more valuable and very spammable compared to what a Greek player can keep up with. Just let's see what actual food amount there is on the map, because sometimes Oasis kind of tricks you. And there's a lot more than you might think.
Well,
doesn't look like it this time.
I don't think that's really that common, to be honest. It's always you're starting hunt, which is either in your base or just outside.
Yeah.
And then there's a pack of giraffe, which could be 2 giraffe up to 5. That's the only variance, really. And that's it. There's no other hunting packs. So yeah, always gonna be pretty low hunt. Maybe with the best RNG, you could consider it maybe like a medium-ish hunt, but that's pushing it, I think.
Well, this tournament has a pretty big prize pool. These two both are definitely qualified now for the main event. Kimo is gonna be the #1 seed no matter what the outcome. That was gonna be the case even if he doesn't play today, but he's here anyway for the games. Practice. Call it what you want.
Yeah, it's friendly, show matches.
Scouting out your opponent. If you want to be real strategic.
And then beating them and getting that mental game over them.
Next time they fear you.
I mean, Kimo already has that. He's won both qualifiers, so he beat Matreiuss already in the finals in the previous one. Matreiuss didn't play in the first one, but they've played each other so many times anyway in meta plays and in general in tournaments.
Yeah. Well, the main event is going to be on April 1st, so everyone make sure to hang out at that point. Definitely don't want to miss that one while it's live. Of course, there's going to be the YouTube uploads afterwards, but still.
It's also not a joke, by the way. This is actually April 1st. Just making sure for those.
Oh, yeah.
And Oracle being bullied back into the base, pulsing about half its HP. Probably don't want to use that for any Valor shenanigans. I'm for a temple for Kimo. Kimo. Need a temple. Is he forgetting his temple? I think he is.
Seems like it. He's got an extra villager queued behind. Just to get it exactly right.
Yeah, maybe he was gonna plan for that extra villager anyway, so he didn't need to place the temple immediately. Alright, I'll give him that. That's okay.
8 bills. Is this some archaic TC business?
No, it's just...
He doesn't have enough on gold for that, yeah. It's not happening.
No, it's purely because he went hunting dogs, but there wasn't enough hunts.
Right.
So he made another bill.
So you gotta go forward for those giraffes, but here's the thing, Matreiuss is so close. He could literally waltz over there and kitchen knife fight the citizen.
You mean Swiss Army knife fight, right?
Oh, yeah.
Alright. I mean, he definitely could. He doesn't know about it yet, but yeah, this is definitely a very dangerous position to be in for Kimo. That villager in the left, and even the ones on the right are... they have been scouted at least, so they are not in a safe position with Ajax coming in right now. They're gonna have to retreat, I think. I don't think they can really effectively fight off Ajax. It's just too much idle time.
And it's a classic Ajax now, which is even better.
Yeah. I mean, on Woobly, Ajax gets the full damage, but yeah, classical they still get the 10% above.
Yeah, that's for attack and health. Second TC coming up for Matreiuss with 6 villagers building it. Just making sure this thing comes up. Not that the advanced time of Kimo can really stop it.
No, he definitely can't. But that's okay. I mean, Kimo has 2 villagers now on this giraffe pack.
Oh,
He probably needs to consider fortifying that anyway, just in case. At least for the manor.
yeah, surprising actually that he didn't build 2 barracks there. Just making them in the home
Yeah.
base.
I can see why. It's because he has no food.
Oh,
Because he had to move off of the berries.
right, yeah.
He needs to keep hunting to keep villager and unit production going. I can see that.
Fair enough. Gonna catch this walling villager with the Prometheans, so that's a really nice little moment, but the Minotaur is here to defend. Won't be a big issue. There's gonna be sentinels on the front TC. It's a safe space.
Alright. Valor coming through. 2 Murmillos and a Terma. He's gonna send the Murmillo to pick up the Golden Lions relic, it looks like. Did we see the other relic down there? Oh, nah, don't look at that. Scout line of sight.
Oh god. But yeah, the pair of the Golden Lions is not bad. Definitely helps a little bit. The Scout line of sight is kinda, it is what it is.
That's yeah, that's a relic. That's all it is.
It is nice when you have like when you're Norse or Egyptian. A little bit of extra.
For the
numbers.
Archaic Age priest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the priests in general, because they have huge line of sight. Then getting a little bit extra never hurts.
Yeah, it just doesn't compare in value compared to any other relic, basically. It's like,
Yeah, for sure. It's
Yeah,
by
you
far
know.
the worst relic.
although Gaia's Book of Knowledge does give it a good run for its money.
Those Myrmidons versus Titans, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there is a use case. You just never see it.
The one entire use case. Oh my god.
It's crazy. I do wonder though if it stacks with like hero Atlantean infantry. That might be like the only way it works.
Fairly sure it doesn't. We'd have to check. It actually might.
I think it does, yeah, but
Ooh, in that case,
still.
that's not bad. Like your fanatic heroes and stuff.
Yeah. But they're already decent. They're just an extra 300%, which isn't 3 times more, it's just
It's not
going
even
from
double.
plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's alright. In that specific use case. Everywhere else, useless. Anyway. Emo looking for some value. So far, Matt's done a pretty good job here, walling off this wood line with this nice wall chipped tower and the wall. But Kimo's just gonna run into this and pick these villagers off. At least one of them, and another one. Okay, well, he's dead. That villager was quite tilted, I must say.
Oh, Matt already doing the double walls.
Oh, there. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's quite excessive. I must for this. All right. Sure.
Yeah. Hey, J Train with the sub. Thank you so much.
I think Matt really needs to try and wall off this entire side because the unupgraded tower, it's still too easy to just walk around and just come into this woodline anyway. You know, Atlanteans like to do this. They just run into the base and, you know, they might lose a unit or two, but the damage they deal is often definitely worth it.
Well, we've got the early farm transition. It's necessary because the food is completely running out for Matt. He's got like 2 lions. That's all that's left on the map. Bunch of monkeys, I guess?
Yeah. That's only 4 monkeys as well. That's nothing.
More farms coming in. Beautiful windmill is in progress. Hippicon Toxotes, though, is interesting against Atlanteans. Especially Oranos with those super speed Terma. Well, Kimo with his own 3 TCs, it's almost done. So he kind of practiced this all day. And
Yeah, this is...
here we are.
Is this it? This is why he practiced that. He's getting ready to play against Matreiuss' Greek.
But then Matreiuss had the chance to watch the whole thing.
That's true.
So what has he
But-
got cooked up with the archer defense and whatever?
Yeah, that's the thing. On this map, that's just not much. There's not much to do. There's no hoplites to make. You just cannot afford them. There's no food.
Yeah, I mean, he's just walling and sitting behind sentinels. It should be fine.
Yeah, he did lose a few vills already throughout the game, so he's not in the best position. But so far, he's getting quite far with his farm transition, so might be able to start stacking food soon. And Kimo being on 3 TCs can probably just click heroic in like 20 seconds. There we go. Armory finished. Matt using 4 villagers to wall here on the right. I guess he really wants to get that done quickly and maybe build the TC.
Ooh, 3rd TC for Matt. Seen some discussion today in the chat debating about whether the 3rd TC is actually worth it or whether you just get hit too hard by the Atlantean train. And I'm thinking I can see an argument against it, definitely. Hyperion's coming through right now, but like Matreiuss is nowhere near getting to the heroic age himself. 60 villagers, so you can still benefit a little bit from getting the TC going. And he's defended himself, so he's got a good enough army. Why not get the extra eco? Hopefully you can jump to Mythic at 80 vills. And then you've got this beautifully crafted trade route.
I think what the crucial difference is the gold mine. If you have a gold mine like Matreiuss does on his 4 TC, basically completely safe. Like it's very hard to raid. That is an indication of like, alright, I can afford 3 TC. If this gold mine wasn't there, no way that he can afford a 3 TC. He would just get completely gold starved by Oranos.
Yes, I do think also it's quite situational. Really depends on your resource layout, depends on what has gone down earlier in the game. If the Atlantean also goes for this boomy style, then you're probably fine to also do that. Greek should get ahead in this kind of game. And there we are, almost 80 vills.
But we did see Kimo win out a late game against the Greek. That being said, this Greek has 3 TCs, so that might make all the difference.
Yeah, I think so. That was a really long time when in the Momo series when Momo actually stayed on 2 TCs for such a long time. It was maybe even detrimental there.
Yeah. I mean, he never got the 3rd off. It was close a few times.
Yeah.
But... Ooh, that's a shockwave. Under 2 palaces.
Oh.
And all the Therma.
Yeah, the Therma are doing work on those Toxotes. Half of them are already gone. And we're gonna see double destroyer production from the palace. They are basic, so they're not even medium.
No, but that's okay because they're just normal Hippicons as well, and the Tox can't deal with these, even just normal destroyers.
Yep.
I do like this play. I don't think we see this too often from Atlanteans. They tend to just jump Mythic. But a double Palace destroyer push can be very painful as it kicks in a bit earlier than, you know, your typical Tartarian gate push. But that being said, it is Hades building, so they get that extra HP. No militia though, because, you know, not Poseidon. And Matt is up 80% Apollo, so he will have the opportunity to make some Hapaspists.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty important for now. The stable holds which is extremely useful to buy so much time. Several of the destroyers are weak as is, so pushing into the TC is not an option.
Kimo is on max pop with what he's got right now. He's got a market already set up, so he could even start trade or maybe think about jumping mythic, but seems quite semi-committed to this palace push. He's got a couple units just chilling here though. 2 Armillo, 2 Arcus just behind the palaces.
Yeah, Matt's also making a pretty nice market in the corner.
Is this a not Matreiuss market?
Yeah, it's kind of well placed. I mean, there's like a cursor's length left, but whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's just enough to be forgivable. Matt actually has this Minotaur on the left that he hasn't been using. I guess he's maybe trying to avoid it from being used by the the Chaos. Oh, Sky Passage coming through from Kimo on the right, but Matreiuss is Swiss Army ramming it down.
Also, the Artemis advance is coming through. The Terma are through the Sky Passage. It's surviving at 250 health-ish. And suddenly those villagers are not so brave anymore.
No, the Swiss army doesn't come with armor, unfortunately. Unless you're Ra.
Well, I mean, the TC can hold itself just fine. 45 TC soon.
Does get scary with another citizen here. If he can chuck up a palace here as well, together with the destroyers. I will say, I don't know what I would like the TC to focus. Focusing Terma? I don't even know if that's a good thing here. I'd rather have Termas hitting my TC than destroyers.
It's almost helpful, yeah. The destroyers are heavy, which is a problem for sure. There's a lot of Toxotes coming through. They might take down that citizen. Kimo pulling back, but not fast enough.
Matt's gonna lose this TC like this. That's 6 destroyers. There's 45 TC coming through though any second.
Oh, extra 900 hit points. Earthquake is getting used on the front TC of Kimo, but he'll be able to rebuild that easily enough. He's got 2 resources. Hecate is coming through very soon. Kimo destroys the TC, and Heavy Archers is in. The Toxotes have to run.
I would have honestly liked to see the Earthquake on the palaces and the Sky Passage there.
No. He's underworlding. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what is this?
Okay, no, fair enough. That works. I see what you're doing with this Earthquake. Alright. That's gonna pay off, definitely. Hecate though, that could be an annoying Hecate if that's get placed on the original Underworld location, but I don't know if that's gonna happen this game.
Wow, the Lampades is gonna get taken down by the Heavy Toxotes. That's a pretty good move. The Palace of Kimo looks like it's coming up. And then he can always grab the front TC. The Chimera is hitting farming villagers. And Matreiuss has successfully stolen the town center. There's a fortress here now. So that can... I mean, Kimo can put down the Tartarian gate on top of that. But then again, there are the villas to smash that down.
And there's, like... Oh, you mean the one in the back?
In the front. To take back his own TC, Kimo could do that, I guess.
Yeah. The problem with that is, do you just delete the Tartarian gate right after? Because you want to take the TC back, right? You don't want to leave a Tartarian gate in between your bases, but...
Oh! He found the underworld. Okay. That's good. That's actually really nice.
That's definitely better than on the other side. There's still Palace and the TC itself there, though, and villagers to help build up production. The Tart does only have 60% pierce armor, so even just some talks will help take it down.
Yeah, that's the weakest building in terms of pierce armor in the game. But yeah, it's nice to take out the underworld, if nothing else, idling some villagers and killing a few. Other than that, not a very impressive result. But that said, Kimo is sieging down the front, the top TC, and building the bottom one. Oh wait, that TC is bugged! Oh no, I'm having extended edition flashbacks.
I don't know if that actually happens the same way in Wubi though.
It does, I'm afraid. It just happens more often on EE. I think there's another condition that triggers it. So yeah, Kimo would have to delete this settlement.
We'll have to see. Oh yeah, it's to the other bug. It's the one where it built at slow speeds. Maybe? No, I think it will still finish. We'll have to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, it has like 2 different health states right now. It's that's not good.
I think it merged back into one.
Did it? That's
I don't
crazy.
see the other one. I don't see the other health bar anymore. I saw what you meant, but
Yeah.
I don't see it anymore. But Shockwave will not allow us to see this question answered. Or, well, the toxicities, I mean.
Probably for the best. I actually hope that Matreiuss sieges it down to help Kimo.
Just in case.
Don't want to deal with that bug. Not in tournaments.
No. Kimo trying also to take back his TC in the bright side. There is a Helioply here ready to take it down again, but it's not focusing the right stuff right now. There we go. These are also just normal hoplites for Matreiuss. He has no infantry upgrades.
Oh god, he's got the shield, that's it. Copper shields, nothing else. Oh wait, Kimo restarted the job. Is this gonna work though?
I don't think it'll get to finish in time. Because Matt's building a palace, might be able to build out some units or a siege unit.
Well, the Toxotes are coming up. They're gonna have to face Champion Arcus and Destroyers and a Satyr, so it's not the easiest of things to fight against. But maybe a few citizen kills and then running away could be an option. What?
Resto?
That is one strange resto.
Yeah, I'm not sold on this side. that's a resto, I guess. Right.
Yeah, I'd rather see a bunch of passive stance Helipolis getting that or something.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Kimo is getting dangerously close to finishing his TC on the bottom. I think it will complete correctly, though. I don't see any problems with it, but... And these infantry from Matt are just gonna die so fast to these Arcas. There's no upgrades. I mean, bronze shields, but... although the Talks are dealing with it, these are Hades Talks. They're pretty strong. Oh, the Helioply is still making us unable to answer the question.
Okay, it's cancelled. We're good. We're good. To be clear, the bug is that when you move a villager off the town center and put it back on, if you have several others working as well, it might slow down, and in some extreme cases, it might get a second health state. At which point you can't complete it. And then you have to have this full TC health bar. It's not finished, and you have to destroy it to restart.
The game is somehow thinking it's building the actual settlement itself underneath or something. I don't know how that works, but I think that's why there's 2 states, and that's what it thinks it's doing.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty horrible.
Yeah, it's absolutely detrimental to your game if this happens.
Happened in so many deathmatch tournaments, which is really the game mode where people move villagers on and off all the time. So they gotta be really careful with it.
These palaces and fortresses shooting at each other is interesting. Palaces are going to be able to take it down, I think. The fire siphons, I mean.
Yeah, it would be a long fight if it was just the buildings.
Also,
and the fortress would win that one.
The Talks are taking out the Sky Passage in the back because, you know, surprisingly, Sky Passages only have 80% pierce armor. Talks are actually okay-ish against that as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's even worse than towers, but still better than the Tartarian Gate.
To be fair, Tartarian Gates don't really look like a building.
Yeah.
So that makes sense in that sense, but... Oh, GG.
Wow. Kimo's on a roll, ladies and gentlemen, as he's taking his first game of Matreiuss. Very nice. We've got the Discord microphone bug returning again.
Oh, it's my mic.
It's not you. Could you rejoin?
I like it.
It's interesting. Kimo is gonna be going for his good old route, but that's not the interesting part.
It's Matreiuss picking ISIS. All right, I'm digging it. Egyptian mirrors. Well, it's not a mirror per se, but Egyptian wars. You don't see them too often, to be honest, and you know, every now and then I like to watch this. This is very interesting. That being said, it is Kimo, so
Especially on watering hole. Like, you know, Matreiuss sometimes does pick ISIS, but it's usually on like Midgard. Midgard, yes, actually, and Anatolia. Not here.
You don't see much ISIS on land maps, basically. In general, like we see her performing pretty well on Anatolia, like you said, Midgard, but outside of that, not many picks.
Question in the chat, is the prize pool split among the players? Yes, 4 players will take home cash. Not today, but in the main event. We'll see exactly how much that is going to be. Got the early monument for our ISIS player. That's very usual, of course.
Yeah, just trying to think of what we'll be doing here as either of these civs. I mean, Ra is Ra. This is probably just gonna boom. Will the ISIS meet that boom, or will they maybe try some kind of fast heroic pressure? It is watering hole, so I'm not expecting the latter. So maybe a 2TC fast heroic for Matt to take the map control in the middle and try and take that 4v2TC advantage into the late game. That would be my guess. Or rather my play, if I were to be the ISIS. That being said, Kimo could consider taking a forward second TC, which might throw a bit of a spanner in the works.
A bit of a slower start, but I mean, Kimo is still gonna get his 4-minute classical. No doubt for a town center grab, as he's got a big gold mine right in front of his back TC.
Yeah. Definitely would like to see... Oh, it's over there, okay. Gonna see, is there another TC somewhere in the black? But no, it's there. It's not a very good one for Matt, the forward one. It does have some Han nearby, but it's nothing behind it. All the way back there's some gold, but nothing nearby it, which is kind of awkward for taking 4 TCs. We'll see what Matt's gonna do then.
Well, ISIS can certainly push pretty damn hard in the heroic age, with Ra not having too many tools to use his own god powers.
Yeah, the Locust becomes quite useless against ISIS in the early and mid game.
Yeah.
Late game, you might find some sneaky places because there's just too much stuff going on all over the map. You can make some push and you respond to it with villagers, and then you locust that. Could be pretty strong, but Kimo going for forward Pharaoh. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna try and steal a forward TC or something? Or just try and shifting sands? Oh, is this Matt going... What is he doing? Oh, he's gonna go 3 TC, I think. That's his plan. And wants to get the gold for 3 TC boom. You know, if Kimo just realizes this, he could just maybe steal this 4 TC. And then there's no way he can go 3 TC. Okay, there's the Pharaoh. Gonna do some damage. Sipta himself being master nuisance. Can't stay around here for too long though. The tower is gonna complete in a second.
Pharaoh Wars? Oh, Kimo. That's really
Yeah,
ambitious to do what he's doing here. It's a lot of downtime on the empowerment as well.
I wonder if there's still a plan here for taking this 4TC or something. Like his resources are still looking a bit in that direction. He's got the gold. Just needs some more food. He's hunting for it a bit. No, he's just gonna run back home. I mean, Matt is gonna take his 4TC. Only 4 villagers, which is not much. But he's also taking his back TC, that's why. Oh, no, Kimo isn't running back to the base. He's gonna
Ooh.
catch the Matreiuss' villagers.
Very good, but the Pharaoh is coming around along with the priest, so that's enough to take care of this.
Oh yeah,
Still
this
really good
Pharaoh,
prediction about the free TC.
the Pharaoh being so low as well. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, he shifted, and the Watchet is still here, but the Sphinx could turn around.
The revenge killings.
Oh,
They're still going on. The priest probably is not going to escape, and yeah.
oh, Matt, why didn't you use your Sphinx to come back?
Oh, there is a priest now, so it's going to be even more
Yeah.
difficult to take this.
But he's gonna send his 2 villagers on the priest, and then the Sphinx will come in.
Yeah, that's good.
But might lose 1 villager anyway.
Oh god, the pathing nightmare. It continues.
This will win for Matt, but definitely costing him some time and small villager. 2 villagers, I think. Was it 3 already? No, just 2, I think.
Yeah, I think 2. Still, Kimo's up by villagers. Not just a little bit.
Wow, yeah, 7 villagers
33
ahead.
to 27. What the hell? His TC was
Just-
that much faster.
Maybe just some idle time by Matt as well on his base, because he built 2 TCs at once. That's also 200 food invested in TCs.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps that was why. And he's... Ooh, Matt's trying to get his farms up for the rain as well. With 3 TCs, can you even get enough farms up? Like, God, he's trying to... yeah, he's got 7 farms up.
He's got sacred cats. This is insane.
And 2 more on the fort. He's gonna have 9 farms during this rain. As someone going 3 TC.
What is
What
this
the
build
hell?
order?
This is on big brain build. Although he's behind in villagers, but it's 3 TC will catch up.
Yeah, well, and he's benefiting from this god power. Later he'll benefit from prosperity.
Oh, he used that to get the 3 TC.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he had prosperity. So that's 2 god powers to benefit from.
But I still think the 3 TC is quite risky, especially with how it went down. The 30C being up so late. Kimo's eco is gonna be rock solid way before Matreiuss' eco is stabilized to mount a counter offensive. So Kimo will definitely have some timing here, I think, to make some plays. And Matt will probably end up being on the back foot and have to use defensive Ancestor's Eclipse to just hold on.
Well, this is going to be a long early game here, I'm afraid, everyone. But I'm sure it will kick off once they go heroic, with raids, with siege tower pushes and all that.
Kimo is gonna go for 3rd. As expected, honestly. He just, like, yeah, you don't want to give up your 3rd. You just get that up right now. There's no pressure against it. So...
Halfway is going to be up before Nefties, so that's nice. A little bit of wins. We've got the Blanket of Empress Zoe.
I'm very impressed with how fast this Neftis is coming up despite the 3TC.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
And now it's Matt that's ahead in villagers, so that's 54 to 49. Might eke out 1 more.
What's the eco ups? Let me see. That's pretty much comparable, although Bast has Sacred Cats. going. Versus Shadoof. Which Sacred Cats is better in terms of, you know, the actual economy.
Yeah, long term this will get ahead.
And Matt also has these 2 elephants in the back here that he can still fall back upon, so... Right now he doesn't need to make more farms. Does he want food? He's got food. Got the zebras. Doesn't even need food right now, so...
Oh, look at that Sphinx. Strategically positioned to deny the market. Beautiful.
Wow, that's... I wonder if that's intentional. If they really planned that through, or it just ended up there from scouting randomly. Because it is quite predictable, really.
It is,
But,
it
yeah.
is. It's a good play in general to keep a unit there. It doesn't have to be something as valuable as the Sphinx, but, you know, something.
Because what it forces is Kimo having to send a hero of some sort all the way to this corner. Because if you send another villager, it might just get picked off again, so you have to...
Oh, the rock!
yeah, that's
with the
gone.
Patsukas inside too, that's a disaster.
Damn. That's some value for Matt. He's squeezing out value here. Rock gone, picked up a villager, market is not finished for Kimo, so he can't
Yeah,
set up
man.
the trade.
That's all stuff he doesn't have to deal with anymore. This is great. Now, Kimo's coming in, however, with the camels, and there's no answer for that. Wall? Oh! They just squeeze through. No way.
They're kind of stuck here on the... Oh.
Yeah, there's some space, barely enough to squeeze through. Or glitch through? I don't even know.
I don't know. That's... Pathing exists. Just pathing things. But there's a Scorpion Man here. They can probably clean up the camels. Might pick off a few villagers though, but this is already at max. Matreiuss is maxed out before 12 minutes in the game, so I don't think losing a few villagers here is gonna make too much of a difference. I'll say it is a shame that Matt is going for Matreiuss markets. There's a gold mine, but plenty of room next to that. I love how the Sphinx is still here. Just keeping a watchful eye.
It's a good place to be. Just patrol that thing. As a market secretly being made in a more safe position.
The Sphinx is getting out of here now, and he's going to start helping in the army itself. Convinced that Kimo is not... Oh, no, he's coming back. Maybe he can even scout this other one? That would be nice.
There's still time.
It'll take a while.
Ooh, that Scorpion just gets poisoned on all 5 units trying to run by. That is brutal. And we get a sick locust from Kimo. Matreiuss actually manually reacting, which reclumps the villagers, killing what, 7, 8?
7, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's 7.
Yeah,
Not
that's bonkers.
Yeah.
Very nice
good,
result.
But Matt is already at max bills, and he has all the food in the world, so I don't think it will matter too much.
So unless like Kimo can go mythic first and you know, get something done with a tornado, it shouldn't matter too much. We've got some siege tower and siege tower action there. It's a slow process.
Yeah, I always found this very underwhelming. They should be doing more damage against each other. This is silly.
Yeah. And they're so slow, and like the animation takes 4 seconds or whatever. It's miserable to watch. The rest of the army is actually pretty good in terms of damaging each other. Like chariots on chariots, that's good to watch, I think. We got the Ancestors Eclipse coming in. Now there's the damage against siege towers in the form of Scorpion Man.
Yeah, that will do the job. Eclipse, Scorpion Man, and Sphinx.
Hell yeah. Almost 38 DPS.
2 siege towers left here to push though. There's some elephants coming in. That might be enough to turn the tide here, but I think the villagers will be able to pick off. And the mercs.
And the mercs
Eclipse Smith units. Eclipse Myth units are definitely capable of dealing
Wow.
with Mercs.
That's
So
a lot of damage, but yeah, there's more. There's a bunch of camels, more siege towers, more mercs.
elephants are never connecting to the TC either.
Yeah, kind of the chariots are in the way.
There
Now
we
they
go.
find a way. I like the dock coming up from Kimo. It's nice forward thinking. Eventually, he'll definitely benefit from a transport ship or maybe
Yeah.
even archer ships down the trade. Probably not, given how Matt positioned this. Dude, the TC is going down. Like, that last elephant is super threatening right now.
And still one siege tower on it. Yep. That's it. Wow. I would have thought some villager micro would have wiped these towers out quickly, but no. That wasn't even an attempt, so... There. And Osiris coming through from Matt. Is this Matt's game?
It really looks like
very
it.
good. 3 TC Isis is the counter, guys. I mean, I always kind of felt that way, but still, you need some good execution behind it. It's not just a clean victory that way.
Oh, the Son of Osiris to finish everything off. That is a damaged Pharaoh, so it's very unfortunate to see that.
It's not
41
too bad,
health.
but yeah.
You know, you can make this work, but not ideal. Ooh, trying to repair. Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen.
That's alright. Osiris will just melt everything in the chain action of hitting units.
Yeah, he's getting surrounded, but at the same time, he's kind of slippery himself. He's surrounded by chariots that are helping. They can kind of take care of this, and Kimo is long distance merking, which is never ideal. It's not where he wants his money to go right now, I don't think. Matt can hit multiple places. He's pushing forward. Eventually, he'll take down that siege works, and what does Kimo do then?
Oh, Osiris is a bit forward again. Not sure why he's here. He's taking some damage from chariots and camels. No army upgrades either, so... TC is slowly getting built by only 4 villagers. If Kimo had like 10 villagers here with a pharaoh, it would be up long ago. Matreiuss also prepping the docks on the right side of the water. And I think most importantly, Matt's basically cut the corner entirely just by having the Sphinx here early. He's been able to get a villager in here now, he's building barracks and siege towers. So far, pretty good from Matt.
Yeah, catapult is a huge addition here. Plus the elephants, of course. Can
Osiris,
get
however,
everything done.
Osiris is basically at the point where he's no longer useful.
No, he's still 0 population cost, so you can always just retask him
Yeah.
onto some empowerment for the eco. That's very nice to have. Also in the later game, if there's a rock shop, he can defend against that solo.
I mean, yeah.
7 health!
Oh my god, get them out of here. Get that guy out of here.
Please don't take him back into combat, Matt. I'm gonna lose it. Oh my god. You're gonna lose it.
Just one chariot to just task onto that. You need some god tier minecart to keep this guy alive now. Can the siege tower do it? He definitely could if he wanted to, but he's not doing it.
Would it?
I mean, it would just use its ranged attack, right? Just hit some crush.
Still need 2 volleys, I think.
Yeah,
Because he got
maybe.
9 damage and then 50% armor.
Yeah. Probably 2 volleys, yeah, but they attack relatively fast with the ranged attack. Matt is going for the arrow ship cladding again. Was that Matt who did that last time? I think so on Medit.
Oh. Hello there.
So,
These are Oxywar barges.
yeah, he's gonna try and keep Kimo off of this water entirely. And the
Yeah, I mean,
catapults, yeah.
you know, your
Horse.
ISIS, you can definitely afford this at 3 TCs, especially once your TCs are fortified.
Yeah, and when your opponent's down 1 TC.
Yeah. Siege weapons everywhere.
So Horus coming through, but I would assume that Matt has monuments, but he does not have a monument on his 4 TC. Surprisingly enough, this is Isis, you know, Isis likes the monument things, but doesn't look like Matt's too into that. Matt's still getting nice upgrades like flood control, copper mail. Kimo is on bronze shields. Matt is on bronze weapons. Usually don't see that one first. And he's quite convincingly winning the water fight still. Oh my god, the trade caravans on the left. They're completely blocked by the chariots. This might be a pathing nightmare for Kimo.
7 caravans already here. 9 caravans stuck in that little corner. What? How is that even a thing?
The priests and the chariots are just blocking the path. They can't get through. And then there's an idle caravan that's also... Okay, looks like he's trying to fix it, yeah. Deleting the market.
Yeah, deleting the market was a good idea there.
Yeah.
But man,
So,
Matt
everyone
just
dropped off.
going on in every front, pushing in. I don't know how Kimo can come back at this point. I mean, he's gone Horus, which helps. Maybe he can get in a good tornado somewhere. His TCs are still looking killable to me. And then Horus Spearmen are super pop efficient.
Unfortunately, war barges are not very good at killing unfinished buildings. There's the
Aw,
tornado.
Really?
Well, there is no mason, so he will wipe probably both of them. Unless the tornado keeps going down.
It's a good amount of
Okay, there you go.
cost damage, but like Matt didn't need those.
Yeah,
There's
they were
another
just
one
there.
behind it. It's fine.
There's 3 in a row, but now there's just 1. That's all. He has more on the map anyway. He's got 2 currently on the map still, and the 3rd one in construction on the right. Oh yeah, it wasn't that impactful. Kimo is getting great as a 50 though, so he might transition to that spearman mass and get those powerful guys going to wipe out the elephants.
I really like the watchtower push coming in from Matt. That will really help to secure this, but the chariots might be able to put a stop to it. Still, the trade raid is where it's really at. There's 9 heavy spearmen in the middle of that. Caravans won't be able to last too much longer.
Yeah. I still want to see Matt actually moving his market all the way, but that's not happening. So, yeah. Spearman. Kimo is getting a bunch of upgrades himself, so he's getting medium spearmen now, bronze weapons, light control, heavy chariots, reinforced hull, so he's going to go for those ramming galley upgrade.
Too bad for him that heavy cabinets are waiting already. But
Yeah.
Kimo might be retaking a TC for the first time.
Oh, there's an elephant coming through. Can it... Well, it's definitely not going to reset it. but is it
Oxivore
gonna-
barge! This is
Oh.
not coming up. Oh god.
Oh my god, yeah, no, that's
3 shots and it's back to 0.
so strong against TCs.
Unbelievable how strong. Well, Matt continues his push. He's still in the trade route with spears bullying everybody. There is a double Avenger though, ready to defend. Not that many caravans have died, so if Kimo can keep this going, he's still got 37.
Well, they're definitely going idle here and there though, which might be quite annoying.
Yeah, that's definitely annoying. The spearman upgrades are coming through, by the way. We've got greatest of 50, which is the one that gives them bonus against cav. So Those elephants are no longer going to be all that useful. Double bonus damage, in addition to their 10%.
Yeah, I want to see Matt just build 3 towers in this trade.
Yep.
Not even a wall. I just wanna. You just wanna kill the trade.
Do you though? I mean, if it's a useless length, then it's just population that's doing nothing.
Yeah, that's true. It's just more satisfying.
Yes, it is. I mean, the way Matt is doing things, a lot of them are dying anyway, so he's kind of doing a bit of both.
If the trade is walled and the caravans are on the TC side, they can easily be reused from the other corner. Although there's still war barges around that side too, so even that's not an easy task.
Yeah, there's for now enough chariots around for Matt to take care of the horror spears, so the elephants still have some usefulness. And the ramming galleys are kind of getting under amygdala fire. That's painful. Also, a bunch of heavy cabinets show up. With this, Matt should be able to siege from the water again. The catapult resets the TC. And I don't think Kimo can survive any longer. Matt just pushing in with a crazy amount of population overall.
He's just going straight forward. That forward mid goal, that's how you know when ISIS is pushing you, or in Egypt in general.
Yeah. Yeah, so many houses have been taken down. Matreiuss is up 168 pop versus 111. Kimo can't even make stuff.
Yeah, Matt's still loaded in terms of his economy. He's got all the gold and food in the world to keep doing whatever he needs to. Just slamming down these houses in the front, or towers, I mean.
Can no longer make mercs. I think Kimo is pretty toast in this one.
I think Kimo should not be making ramming galleys at this point. Just forfeit this whole water situation for the time being. He just... Yeah.
I'm afraid he's gonna have to forfeit the game.
Yeah. That might be the actual outcome. Alright. GG. Very dominant display by Matt, I would say. This was very well played by him. Showing what a powerful ISIS can still look like.
Yeah, I have to say, that was very solid. Oh, I hope that map intro played, because I sure didn't see it. Anyways, I hope it worked. Kimo is going to be playing as ISIS in the blue color.
And his opponent playing as Zeus. This is Matreiuss.
Classic. Now, Zeus is really good here. On a water map, getting a Dionysus Advanced would be fantastic in the Heroic Age. Then you got your Super Cav, and what can Isis really do? Well, you've got your Ancestor's Eclipse, which can really do a ton of damage. You've got lots of map control with your cheap docks. Really hard to destroy.
I think this generally comes down to a little bit of early game classic fighting, just not too much, just a little bit on both sides, trying to try and make each other overcommit, and then it becomes a game of like who can control the center, and usually Isis is quite capable in that, so usually Zeus needs to be reactive in that sense, and they often actually just go 2TC and classic fight a bit, and then just go fast mythic off that and try and take it back afterwards. That being said, I haven't seen Zeus vs Isis on this map in not too long. It's definitely a matchup that used to be very common, but no longer is. So we'll see if the meta's changed in that sense as well.
Yeah, we usually have this in our tournaments, that's for sure. Not every time. Matreiuss also really likes to play Poseidon here, which he's keeping for later in the series, I would assume.
Yeah, this map is definitely not one where he needs to play his best. Greek, he can use Zeus on this map, I think. it's not that much different in terms of gameplay as Poseidon at all on this one, whereas on certain land maps it might be.
Matt going with 6 on wood. Should indicate a quicker advance.
He's not making more on wood? Okay, yeah, then it is a quicker advance. I would have thought he would do the old 5-15, 4 docks, 18 fishing ships kind of thing, but no, he's going for a quick one. It's definitely more interesting to see what he's going to do with that, because he might try a little bit of a cheeky Athena kind of rush.
Ooh.
And I would love to see it, because it's not very expected on this map.
Some hoplites running down the dock. I'd be here for it.
That's one thing. I'm more thinking of a proper in the base Athena
Oh.
rush.
Yeah, I mean, that gold mine is quite exposed, I have to say. Agreed.
The one in the front, that's already basically denied immediately.
Yeah.
Just from it being there and not covered by towers. The other one, a bit trickier to kill. He needs to wipe out probably the temple and then the tower, and then he can hit it. Very doable though, especially when your opponent doesn't expect it. Oh yeah. He is up Athena 50% already, so yeah. It's definitely going to be tough for Kimo to think, oh, is he just making a few hoplites for the docks, or is he committing to a full-on classical rush?
Yeah, well,
you need to balance your options.
Athena is gonna come through before Kimo even clicks up. That's a crazy part. So there's definitely time here for Matreiuss to amass a handful of units, and then get out both of the heroes at the same time, get on top of that gold mine. Maybe he'll just play with the docks and go try Reams though. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he could consider making just one trireme, perhaps on both sides one. Just sitting that on one fishing spot, and then secretly committing to double barracks. Although I would say that's quite risky, maybe just double, or one barracks, one archery range. And then playing it that way and trying to push either off the docks. He's making a barracks here, so at least that. Probably intended to rush the docks though, not the base.
Yeah. Alright, well this trireme is gonna just run right past. The other dock looks like it will complete with the 3 fishing ships also helping out. Yeah. So overall pretty secure.
It was gonna complete anyway, but it would have been nice to hit that villager right away. And there's Bast.
So Kimo, he found the Eye of Horus, so 2 extra population for the TC. It's gonna come in very useful later.
Yeah, that's quite a nice bonus for Isis to have. You just get
stick stack.
Pop for TC.
First dock has been rushed down.
Nice, and there's only 2 more to go, which is doable as a Zeus. Very doable.
For some reason, Kimo's also housed, so he's not quite able to keep up with production as a whole. He barely has cabinets right now. So yeah, that's a free. You should probably unleash them.
He's trying to get another dock up here in the back, but that's gonna go up later after the dock goes down first, I think. But he does have 5 cabinets here now, so maybe he can try and get a good fight going.
Matreiuss doing really nicely with the pullback micro, making sure that the ships stay alive. He's trying to fight through this, but like the land units are not damaged. I'm not sure that was worth it right now.
No. And the ship count is massively in favor of Kimo right now.
Yeah, so they can win through restoration even. And the next move for Kimo, I assume, is just to make sure to keep that gold mine going. He's only got the 1 priest to help defend, so this little hoplite group could definitely get in there and do some work. Matreiuss not making more units. He's not making Odysseus.
No, but he might be able to pick off some towers here.
Yeah.
And that would be nice to definitely hurt that gold knight. Oh, he's going straight for that. Go take out this one.
Oh, we got
No.
For Spirit also subscribing. Thank you so much.
Alright. I'll say that's quite nice for Kimo now getting that tower walled in, as Matt didn't take it out. So he's gonna keep that one alive. 4 hoplites and a Minotaur is still very dangerous to have around your base. They can quickly wipe out some key infrastructure before you realize.
Yeah, Kimo's now trying to mine from both mines, and here comes Prosperity. Just as the hoplites arrive, they can go for that mining camp and just make everything more troublesome. Looks like they're gonna go for the temple first.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good pick-off still. They'll have to be forcefully rebuilt probably at some point. And that will open up the tower quite nicely. And he's pulling villagers off of the Prosperity to kill Jason. So even that is okay, but yeah, Matt's lost water on the bottom. He is reclaiming it on the top, or trying to anyway, but he is outnumbered in boat count. So overall, not looking too good in terms of fish for Matt.
Wow, he's surrounding these cabinets. This is such a nice maneuver. Kimo won't be able to escape. He's losing every single ship here.
Then never mind what I just said. I didn't notice he was stacking triremes. I can't see inside buildings. So
yeah. It's a limitation of our spectator tools here, but we make do, kind of.
Alright then, well, that's looking pretty good then for Matt. He's got all this fish back on the bottom. He will again lose the ones on the top, or forced to idle them on the top at least.
Oh, double stables coming through.
But Nefties is going through for Kimo, already 80%. And a TC even. So I think Kimo is in a pretty comfortable position to continue this game, even with losing the bottom side of the water. He's got 3 docks, so that's gonna take a while to get through. And
yeah, agreed. It's just that he's gonna need something to take over the center of the map. Without that, tough situation. Need the gold.
yeah, that's not gonna be any problem for him. He got the Scorpion Man, he got a couple barracks units and the Priest Pharaoh. He'll be more than enough to just walk up into the middle and slam down the Migdol in the middle of the map.
Oh.
Oh, although there's some Hippicons coming in now, they might be a problematic unit to deal with.
Yeah, you really don't want to use your Ancestor's Eclipse for small problems like this.
Yeah.
Trying to get up a Migdol right in Matreiuss' face. That is ambitious, man.
He might be able to do it, but it might come at a price. And that price might be villagers or Ancestor's Eclipse.
Wow, the Pharaoh is definitely going down for a start.
Oh, and they're fighting Odysseus. This might be a big mistake for Kimo. He's gonna have to cast AE here, I think.
Yeah, no
to
choice.
Get this up.
More and more Hippicons coming in. 2 more about to pop.
He's trying to kill Odysseus so that AE will be more impactful, I think. He can cast it now, yep, there we go.
Still losing several villagers, and so many more are already weak. The Jason is actually going to town on the X-Men too. Now, does look like the AE will reach the gold mine, but an Odysseus is being made to help defend. Matt does have to garrison, but aside from that, he did a really good job thinning out the numbers.
Can it get some damage done? Oh, it's running too far. Oh, I got some damage done, but probably not enough to stop the Migdol from going up.
Yeah, Heracles is also getting trained right now, so that's a pretty big deal. We've got some more gift subs coming through. Thank you very much to Scorpion Laws for both of those subs.
Of course. Who else would it be?
Oh!
Wow. Yeah, it was too much. 1 TC, Zeus lost the top side, kind of losing the bottom side as well. I didn't notice, but yeah, the Leviathan and just some more ships. Lost the water, lost the middle. lost the game.
Yeah, that's brutal that Matt lost all those ships that he had earlier. Actually wasn't looking at the water fight, was really focused on his Migdol, but that wasn't the problem, it's the ships. And then the TC behind that, like Kimo, was up by so many vills already. Wow. Well done. The distraction worked on not just Matreiuss, but me as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at match point. In the blue color, we have got Kimo, just 1 win away from taking this tournament. He is playing as Ra.
His opponent is finally playing the god that we all know him for. It's Poseidon by Matreiuss. Okay, Frozen Waste. It's. I'd say this is a pretty even matchup. 2 gold mine in the base is probably good for Ra here, though.
Yeah,
So I don't know
yeah,
how
for sure.
that's. What is he? What are you doing? Oh, that was a caribou. It was being lured by the lure, and Kimo just killed it with his arrow. I see.
What? That's amazing.
He just managed to catch that. I wonder if that was even a caribou from his own starting pack. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I mean, there's nothing else around.
No, no. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it was from his starting pack.
Bro, that's crazy. Just losing your initial
So,
hunt
he's
to
down.
lure.
He's down 1 hunt. Yeah, that's crazy. But at least it's not +1 hunt for Matt. Although he will have other animals. So.
Just to confirm with the chat, Scorpion Law is asking me to drink water. It's actually not room temperature water, but warm water. Like tea temperature, almost.
Oh, okay. Is it also tea?
No, it's actually just water. I do that to power through these long casts at a above speaking volume.
Right, okay. Yeah, well, warm water is not something I enjoy.
It's something you get used to, not something you enjoy out of the gate, I don't think.
Well, people tell me that about, beer, but I don't even want to bother.
Right. Well, there's so many ways to have a bad beer. I get it. I'm extremely picky about it, and very rarely do I like it.
I just don't see any benefits to it, so I don't even want to try learning to drink beer. Or anything I don't like, really.
It goes well with heavier foods, I find, and in really hot summer days.
Okay.
Put all those things together, that's the highest chance you've got of enjoying it, but yeah. If it's not your thing, that's cool. So, going from here, I mean, Matreiuss has pulled in a lot of animals. An absolute ton of goats. It's 18 at the moment, and maybe more. 2 Varus, 2 caribou. He's letting them rot. That's how much food he has.
Oh, did you see it? He's going through Ares.
Oh,
He's doing
Matreiuss.
it against Ra, no less. That is, yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's good against Ra, but
Oh,
we'll see what he's gonna do with it.
Matreiuss is now Hagrid's hero officially. Can we keep him?
And then he's just gonna go 2 TC.
No.
But it's looking like it's 6 on the wood, 6 on gold. That has to be 2 TC.
Oh no. Well, he found himself the nose of the Sphinx relic, so you know what? Understandable.
I wonder if he just accidentally typed in chat saying, "Ah, crap, I picked the wrong."
It's possible. Sadly, I can't check because I have this spectator mode
Yeah,
thing.
same. I saw him typing something, but oops. Let me turn it off. Hopefully, I don't miss anymore.
Well, that's gonna be a second TC attempt, and so far it's looking pretty good to me. Might need more than the 5 villagers that he's got, but like that Pharaoh can protect himself for the most part.
He'll be fine. 1 Theseus is just not enough.
Villagers will be trying to grab their own TC. Cyclops coming in, but too late, I'm afraid. It's
it's too slow.
way too slow. Even if both the scout and the hero hit this.
No. Nah. Ain't happening.
See, I personally believe the TC's built too fast. I've ranted about this many times, but like, you should be able to do something about it, in my opinion. These super early advances are just free eco.
I think another aspect to it is Egyptian cost of the TC.
Yeah.
It's only 500 resources. Other ships pay 700. You know, Egypt gets a discount, but I think it's probably a bit much. But that's just my opinion.
That's probably a large part of it, and that's why we see them doing these 4-minute TC advances, because others just can't. Anyway, Matreiuss is not gonna just lie down and take it. He's gonna attack, just with a little bit of a delay. It's not stopping the TC, it's stopping the economy it's trying to create.
And that being said, I mean, he took a second TC, so he's not behind in any kind of way. He's perfectly happy doing what he's doing as well, just 2 TC booming. And
yes,
the whole plan, I think, behind Ares now is just to hit that heroic timing that Ra gets. Pestilence the Migdal as it's going up, and then smash it down with, I guess, Cyclops and whatever units you've managed to make in that time. That might be his momentum play for Ares. And following it up with a curse as well or something, like, that could be it, maybe.
Especially if Kimo makes no units. He's certainly not planning to right now. Again, Ra is one of those gods that struggles with up-to-date information on the map. You scout a little bit, but then the Vedget is not really a unit that can go out and find stuff. So you can definitely surprise them with big attacks like this. The Ares should be kind of a dead giveaway though. But yeah, Kimo attempting the naked 2TC semi-fast heroic.
Ooh, is that the shift? Was that even necessary? They weren't even doing anything. I don't like this.
He almost got the building wall up. That would have at least killed Theseus, but it looks like they're getting out to me. Oh wait, Theseus might actually go down.
There is actually, I don't know if you noticed or said that yet, but there is a Black Lotus in the middle of the map.
It gets better, Hagrid. There's a second Cyclops. There is Vil of Kronos coming through.
Oh my god, he's doing it.
He's doing it!
He's doing the thing that I don't think I've anyone seen do before against Ra.
10 out of 10. Would cast again. Matreiuss, thank you.
I really hope this works.
This needs to become meta. These thick boys, it's like you're playing the second mission of the campaign and you're making 5.
Yeah, but people who got Hermes in that mission, big losers.
Oh my god. Don't get me started.
Alright, here we go. 2 of them. Is it going to be enough? Hathor is being clicked in. But that's not going to come in on time. But there is a Pharaoh and a Wadjet here.
Yeah, it's some pretty nice anti-myth unit damage. The TC is already heavily damaged though.
Ooh,
popping in and out to maximize this.
One of them is already dead despite their tankiness.
I don't think there's a third one on the way. The Hippicons are kind of stuck. Can't really come out. The villagers getting on top of the Toxotes surrounding them. There is a thrown Merc.
Oh no, the Cyclops is dead. No, it's just not strong enough.
Needed the third one. Or actually make 5 like in the second campaign mission.
Yeah, make like 5, yeah.
It's like, this is a teachable moment, guys. Play the second campaign mission, go.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you do that, maybe some random Kimos and Anubites appear. You don't want that.
Oh yeah. The good news is that because those things don't happen in multiplayer, it should work, right?
Oh, does it? I can see the trident lying right over. Oh no, I can't.
Poseidon still has the trident here? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. They didn't steal it. Idiots. But yeah, if that's the case, then, you know, there's also Krakens for the Egyptian. And then we're going pretty far off the standard. Ah, man. It was a great attempt, but it's just not strong enough, as we can see. Kimo had absolutely zero preparation. Nothing. He did absolutely nothing to counter this.
Yeah, it's kitchen
And it
knives
failed.
and the free pharaoh and the TC and the priest. That's it. Vadjet, also a free unit,
Yeah.
by the way.
It's a big shame. I love to have seen it though. It was worth doing.
Yeah, I think we're very much on the same page about this, Hagrid. Like, it's Age of Mythology. Please let these uh, big boys with bonk sticks shine.
Especially because someone who's, you know, spent zero resources on defense or even just offense, just economy, that's it.
Yeah. We could definitely increase hype by 50% in these tournaments, I think, if crazy plays like that would be viable.
Is that the locusts? Ooh, one pickoff only so far.
Yeah, tell you what, Matt has a really good reaction. He split out of it beforehand. Now Kimo doesn't get anything. In fact, he's getting a dead Patsukas and probably Hippolyta gonna go after the rock. Matt's heroic, got a budget Chimera, and Curse has been used, so that's 6 dead camels. Well, you've said this before. Matt is still not in a bad position. He lost a lot of stuff.
But he's
But-
also ahead in villagers.
Right.
And that's... I wonder though, if it was perhaps worth it to not take the TC and commit to that third Cyclops, because you could probably hit the same timing if you didn't take the TC.
Oh, sorry, Twitch chat, we didn't complete the predictions for the last one. We'll do a real quick one for this, before any outcome becomes obvious. YouTube people
Matreiuss
missing
won,
out?
but He made Cyclops.
Hey guys, you can still do the prediction now. Anyways, lots of Toxodis all of a sudden from Matt. He's got a handful of Prodromos which are doing work. Scream from the Nemean Lion also contributing a little bit. And these camels don't have that much pierce armor, but they're still gonna be able to clean up, it looks like. It's that lion that can really hold its own. There's a second one coming.
Oh, it's the second one. Oh, Matt. Matt is loving the Age of Myth.
That's all we need.
Need more of this. Need more players like Matt. Screw the meta. Just make myth units, guys.
Yeah, honestly, competitive Age of Mythology is like deceivingly heavy on economy and normal human units. It's super weird. You do have your really powerful god power spikes. It's the myth units that are niche overall, I have to say. They are. I mean, you've got some that are exceptions,
Yeah.
mostly about god bonuses.
And the main myth unit that I see made is just centaurs.
Yeah.
And honestly, in the current meta, they are kind of falling off because they've been nerfed.
Yep.
So, yeah, perhaps maybe nerfing centaurs isn't the best idea, but buffing other myth units, now that's something.
Yeah, so that everyone can do something.
We see some occasional like scarab rushes by Soup, but
Yeah.
that's also a bit niche. A little bit less niche than Cyclops Rush. But
I mean,
would
it's a
still
strong
say it's
strat,
not meta.
but, you know. Anywho, we've got a really nice Pestilence. hitting at a really good time. 74 Greek villagers to 54. So even though the Cyclops themselves didn't do the trick, the follow-ups of Matt are powerful.
Matt is gonna get his back TC denied here by a random Spearman Raiders group.
Oh my god. Trying to defend with the Hippicon as well. Not gonna roll well.
Nah, not at these numbers. Quite some aggressive walls by Matt on the field as well. This wall here is just very annoying for Kimo to deal with.
Yeah, he's got his free TCs going, which Matt doesn't, so he can catch up on the villager count fairly quickly, but Matt is ready with his absolutely horrible market here, but its purpose is to get him to Mythic anyway right now. He's got enough gold mines, just hopes that he isn't gonna get raided. And there is Artemis. So that should siege down the front TC or the back TC if he's really had enough of it. Sun-dried mud brick is through, because Masons is for scrubs.
That mud brick is just better Masons. Buildings got cheaper, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, it doesn't give the same HP, but still, I very much like this tech, especially if you got some floating favor that you're not planning on using because myth units suck.
Yeah, actually, good point that, you know, Frost Giants are one of those units that are definitely spammable.
Yeah, the thing with Norse is though, they get favor for free by just existing, essentially. Well, they need to fight, obviously, but...
So like Atlanteans and Norse, they generally show up with myth units. Maybe they don't super rush with them. Atlantean can.
Yeah. It's a bit difficult for Norse, because how do you get favor to rush with myth units? You have to fight first.
Yeah, exactly.
Before you get the myth units, so... Yeah.
You just got a tiny amount from your hunting, that's it. Yep.
Spike there.
I was worried it's me, but we're good, we're good. This finals is meant to be played out. Dude, Kimo is doing so well coming back into this game, but now the Earthquake should be happening, and it's gonna be that bottom TC. TC is down, and Migdal taking good amount of damage, but won't die, I don't think.
No. I think he hit the damage cap there as well.
Yes, he did. He did.
But well placed by Matt to not have too much damage coming in on that Migdal, otherwise nothing would have died.
I love that he's bringing in more Toxotes, more Hippicons coming in too. Where's the Chimera? Now that's coming, and that means these villagers will be in trouble. The Earthquake actually damaged them too, which means that these fire streams will be bonkers good.
And he's forcing the TC up. He might get it up. The special tech does actually splash damage a little bit onto the TC.
Yeah. That's a good amount of units attacking the TC right now. The Toxotes still staying on the Veils to slow down the build rate. Is it gonna be enough? Just about. It might be. So many Veils are going down after all. Man, those 4 Toxotes are so effective here. Fire in the hole. Wow.
A lot of damage, but they are Skin of the Rhino villagers, so they will survive the initial impact.
It's that next wave and the next Chimera coming in. That is really spooky sauce. Kimo is grabbing the top TC though, knowing that he can replenish his numbers, but there it comes. That kind of missed.
Oh, I hit the one in the corner. Oh, that was a big one. The Vils just retreated.
4 Vils or 5 Vils and 2 or 3 spears. Very nice hit. Coming in with the Helipolis now, Matreiuss is, and moving on to the next spot with the Chimera. Good choice.
But Kimo is just picking up the other TC at the top, so in terms of, you know, population, he's still going to be ahead.
I think Matt's about to find the gold miners. That could be pretty big. They will survive the stream. Still kills 2 at the center. That's kind of how splash damage works in this game. It falls off the longer the range is.
Yeah. That being said, Where's Matt's gold? He's got some gold there now, because there were some raiders he got back on, but
Oh, wow.
those raiders can go back now and hurt that, because it's completely open here.
Yeah, Matt's actually gonna be struggling with that. He doesn't have a plenty vault this time, so he's got the 500 something gold in the bank, and I guess he's Poseidon, so he can trade a little bit better than the other gods, but not by much. Can Matreiuss tie this up? Gonna need our 5th game here.
God, I still don't know who's winning here. I just cannot tell.
It's
Kimo on
extremely
one hand
close.
looks totally fine, but then the other is like, well, Matt's actually doing some work here. And
Yeah, man, he's hitting me the
Chimeras.
chariots with triple chimera. Oh my god, how do you even kill that? There's only 2 priests, so they'll get the weak one, it looks like, but not before they fire their shots.
oh, yeah, that's one of them dead. Kimo is struggling for gold himself, I think. He does have access to gold mines, but he's just low on gold. He doesn't have enough villagers on them. There's only 10 over on that mine, and yeah, those guys are busy, so not much gold income.
No, definitely not.
Wow, Matt is going to be able to just steal the farms if he gets this TC up.
Yeah,
That would be a big win, because he doesn't actually have many farms, just a few on his starting base. And
oh,
12 villagers on favor.
that's not a play we see very often, so I'm here for it.
Matt is loving the myth units this game.
Very good. This is what we need more of. I'm still not sure if he's winning though. Like, Kimo is definitely still in this, but he's starting to be really low in population, down 100 population versus 133. Matreiuss is wrecking his temple. He's wrecking the vills. He's stolen the farms like you suggested. That's great, by the way. He only has
great.
plow.
Yeah, he just got plowed just now as well, so he didn't even have it like 1 minute ago. It's still going. 12 on favor. He doesn't even have max bills. Kimo is struggling to keep up in this army against the chimeras. They just come around, they burn off like a third of the army, and then yeah. Here's another one.
Wow.
Didn't do too much there, but some damage still.
Yeah, honestly, without mummies and Son of Osiris, these chimera are really threatening against the heroic Age Egyptian. The priest count isn't even all that good. Kimo forced to make mercenaries without a trade. That is not gonna last too long, so he's trying to figure out a way to restart his economy, but without any villagers, like he's on 55 vills to 71. That is a tough situation to be in, and Matreiuss certainly made a lot happen with the chimera raids. Chasing away the remaining raiding groups. There's a double Helipolis still threatening the main, but Kimo has just enough to pump out those Mercav.
There's some siege towers finally getting to action as they've been idle for quite some time, but Matt is straight on top of that. And Matt is really showing, like, yeah, it's Cyclops and he's still in this game. He's doing very well.
Now here's the good Cyclops.
Oh, that's the real Cyclops. This is... You need 2 of these in Classical Age. Then you can get the job done.
It's a bonk stick for the ages. Theseus finally destroyed this wall piece, now for the other one. We've got the fortress push from Matreiuss. He's got a little bit of gold ready to spam away on mercs.
But you also don't want to make too much mercs if you don't even have full pop.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where Kimo's buildings are really. Like, he's got one Migdol in the
TC.
far back. and on the other side of the map. That's kind of it.
I think he'll be able to hold for now, but if more Helioply or even Petrobli pop out here, Matreiuss will be having a good time taking out this TC. The Mercs are just coming in one at a time. There's no backup there. Oh, Kimo's Wills went idle there. Ran out of food, I think.
Now, question in the chat, isn't there a mechanic where Greek Wills gather slower after a certain point? So yes, there's a little bit of a dip at number 12, 13, and 14. You don't want to make those numbers. 11 is good, but not the best. It's generally more efficient at lower numbers. Anyways, Matreiuss will be taking this, and we get ourselves a game 5.
Damn. It was the Cyclops in spirit.
It's all about the Cyclops. Now the Chimera, they are the real deal though, for sure. Nobody doubts the power of Chimera. It is the final game. Kimo is gonna be our blue Ra player here on Midgard.
And Matreiuss is looking to play some Zeus.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, his Zeus endeavors didn't work out on Anatolia, but perhaps against Ra on Midgard they will have some better results. See how that goes. It was definitely that Ancestors' timing combined with taking back the water that really just rolled over Matreiuss. Alright. Oh yeah, I need to save as well.
Well, we'll get back to this. No worries. China in the map intro. Yeah. We're gonna remaster them when the remastered game is out. Worth it.
Maybe you're gonna retell the map intros.
Retell them, yes. Boy, you're streaming after this. We gotta repay you for all the help of this whole year, really. Year plus now.
Can I join?
Yes. Big raid would be coming your way.
It is Monday morning, isn't it? For Australia, so.
Well, Boyd has a flexible schedule. We'll see what he does.
That's true.
No worries if not. Offers open to others as well. Anyways, we're loaded in. Well, they had to save here, but we're back. Up until 1 minute you can save after all. Won't be able to do it again now. Matreiuss does, Kimo not so much. Yep. Here he is playing as Ra.
Yeah. Let's see what's... Oh, he just found his fish as he was placing his first dock. That's awkward because he started it, so if he deletes it now, he doesn't get the full 50 gold refund. And he gets 48, so he can't make the second one. And he is not the one who has a veto. He'll probably be fine though, but suck a little bit.
At least both of the players managed to find a very easy fish spot.
Yep.
Right in front.
Generally quite easy to do that on modern Midgard maps.
That used to be a really big problem back in the day, where you would get like 2 berries. Miserable starts. No fish.
Kimo actually went out, sent a villager to gold, mined 2 animations worth of gold, went back into the DC, and then went to wood.
10 out of 10. He's gonna have another dock ready to go.
A macro god. But yeah, it's definitely worth doing that for the extra dock. I mean, you're Egypt after all, you can't get away with just 1 dock, right? You got that 100 gold, spam 2 docks, big strong.
So we've got 7 villas on wood so far for Matreiuss. Curious if he's gonna pump that number up anymore. Of course, this is a kind of map where you can really go wild on your dock numbers. Sometimes people even make 4 of them. In the arcade cage, maybe more. Gotta take all those fish pot with max efficiency.
Yeah. And I do believe there's some variation in how much fish there is, but either way, you just want to spam the whole shoreline up on all sides as Egypt. And even non-Egypt, like Greeks, you wanna probably still get like 4 docks up at least in all different locations. Do see Matreiuss this time going for 8 on wood, so don't think we'll be seeing a rush in the same sense as we did on Anatolia.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah, 4 docks seem rather realistic to see. Might throw in the temple first before the 4th dock, but eventually there will be 4. For our Egyptian player, there might be even more than that. It's all an economic game. Each dock is basically a town center. Well, not really, because you only get so many fishing spots, but you guys get the gist. You produce more stuff.
More income, more everything else.
Last of the berries is getting eaten up. Matreiuss might actually have enough to advance right now. He's parking the food, and there it is. Transitioning over to the gold now. Still leaving some villagers on the cows, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, I think he needs to transition those to wood. Yeah, he's doing that now.
Yeah, usually because you have all this infinite food from the fish, you don't really care about what happens to the cows anymore.
No, just gonna let them decay to nothing, 3 of them. Seems very wasteful, but if you can hold on to water, it doesn't really matter at all. If you can't hold on to water though, it does make a slight difference.
Ptah is coming through. So is Hermes. And from there, it's usually like a 110 town center all the way to the heroic age. Would expect from Kimo to see no town center grabs in this one, that's for sure. Still,
Yeah,
it can be pretty
though...
strong to plant a Migdal down the middle.
Yeah, I mean, I think for both players, it's still very viable to just take a second TC relatively early. That's on a map like Midgard. A common choice is for Greeks to just go 2 TC and then get Persine after, and then start making boats, and then gearing up for heroic while they're doing that. But so far, it doesn't look like Matt is doing that.
Yeah, very much looking like a ship battle kind of thing. Both sides building up the numbers. And Matreiuss trying to attack from 2 locations. There's no defensive units from Kimo just yet. Well, actually, he's moving up one cabinet there.
Let's see how much Matt commits to this water push. Because both of them, with this much fish, they're stacking up the food very fast.
Yeah. Which
And
is
they're
why
able to
you...
click heroic.
Yeah, which is why you can usually click up heroic so easily. Just, you know, 18, 17 fishing ships, that's a lot.
So far, nothing too significant happening. Just, I think Matt is, oh yeah, he's committing to the right side mostly, but he's still making some on the left too. Does need to be careful with that, as he might end up taking a fight while some of his boats are on the wrong side. I think one nice benefit here in this kind of matchup where both players got all this food is Isis can just cast Prosperity to make up the gold. To get the heroic timing while not really stopping on the boat production at all.
Yeah, not a thing for that's for sure. Nice little advantage for ISIS players. But half were coming in the end, no matter what. With Matreiuss not having been able to do too much damage, he's gonna go home. I'm just gonna have the ships for later. Looks like he's just linking up the two groups.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm getting too tired. I somehow thought it was still Isis.
Oh, right. No worries.
Oh well.
It was a good point regardless. Like, Kimo actually did have to stop making ships.
Yeah.
So very relevant to the present.
Relevant, but not so much to this game. Oh well.
Dionys is coming in, Spirit of Charge is coming in, Triple Stable is coming in, Matreiuss' strat has been revealed.
He's stacking into that Spirit of Charge immediately, without even having units on the field yet.
I know, right? It's interesting. Let's see what he can do with it. There's gonna be a Migdol immediately in his face, so the camos are gonna pour in. And they train fast.
We'll see if he gets Thracian horses before he makes a Hippicon as well. That would be interesting. I think the cavalry strat in general is not as good against Ra because of the camels. They kind of deal with it. Now Thracian horses, Prodromos definitely deal with camels, but they're just not that threatening.
Well, there's gonna be a bit of a timing attack here with the bronze, with the Hydra. Might be able to do something to still down the water will be useful as well. It's just the cavalry strat part I'm also not super convinced about. 5 stables.
Yeah, wow, okay, that's... Oof. He cannot afford that with 5 on gold. He needs them... Oh, he's got some in the back there. 12, okay. That's probably still not enough, but alright.
It's closer.
There's gonna be a locust on it though. Oh, Thracian horses! Yeah, he's basically getting it before he even got an army out.
Wow.
That being said, he is full pop, so... He's just got a lot of boats.
Super heavy commitment. Well, anyway, the triremes are gonna have to make something happen. As you predicted, the locust is actually sick. Getting 3 villagers, the Petsuka's finishing another. Maybe one more shot?
That's gonna really hurt the Hippicon game here.
Yeah, those were necessary to keep mining, but looks like that's not happening. 3 Hippicons have already died.
Maybe he could even pick up Bacchanalia as well while he's at it. He's got the wood.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. Could move a lot of those wood villagers though to do some gold mining. I think he did just now.
Oh, he's actually getting one.
He's also getting a market, by the way. So this might be a Hera finisher.
Yeah, wait, that would be nice. Could
Lightning
just get
Storm.
Hephaestus and then just completely tech into just the armory and just have super hippicons as early as possible, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 5 of them aren't gonna do much. It's all about
Well, but
whatever the follow-up is gonna be. The
what if
ships
they
is
have
still
every
working.
upgrade in the game though? You know, they're pretty strong.
Every upgrade.
Heavy cav coming through, Bacchanalia finishing. Yeah, he just needs the numbers now. He basically needs to just delete half his triremes to do something on land because he doesn't have the pop.
Yeah, I'm betting he will do it as soon as these triremes have killed some fishing ships. Which they are doing quite well right now.
It's
Oh, but
great
the
on the gold.
chariots on the gold. Oh, that's a good move by Kimo. That's a really good move.
Ceasefire. Matt needs to take TCs. Preferably 2 at the same time, but he doesn't really have the resource for it.
No,
So he can
Kimo
sell
will.
some food.
Kimo will.
Oh, he's yeah. Nah, Matt's not gonna be on time for this. He's trying, but no.
Yeah, this is not
So-
gonna go well for Matt.
Matt's gonna have to deal with this on 2 TCs.
And that's gonna be a giant Ra army.
And he's not. He's Zeus, meaning there's no earthquake to fall back on for this.
No.
He needs to make probably something happen with probably a Festus, I'm gonna have to guess, or he needs to get some lightning timing push with some sort of siege. No underworld either, so
It's gonna be 3 Patsukas, by the way, in the main fight. Not much has happened during this process. Matt trying to upgrade copper weapons. I mean, yeah, that will help the cav a little bit. Still doesn't have a lot. And we're talking about 14 hippicons versus... Oh, Bolt goes down on the pad. And we've got bronze.
Rip Odysseus shifted out of sight. Although he will survive with some HP left, I think.
Yeah, the hippicons seem to be able to manage themselves just fine. I mean,
One
with
pet
bronze,
remains.
of course. And yet they're getting lower in health, so Kimo's doing a good job of whittling them down slowly. We'll need some camels to back this up now.
I think Matt needs to, I don't know, keep pushing here? Or what is he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna try and take the TC out. That might be enough cav with all the upgrades and bronze. Can I hit the TC?
I'm
Oh,
afraid
he's looking for a
45
raid.
TC is coming in though, so even if they did hit it immediately, this TC has
Yeah.
some pretty good chances. The villagers are coming back to repair. Oh, can
think he
they
can-
though?
Oh,
It's a
that's
really good
raid.
block. Ah, there, slippery.
I still think he can take the TC out if he commits. Maybe perhaps deleting some more ships. Let's go with 5. So just 5 triremes, but not doing it. It's nice raids here though. They're doing so much damage to this Hippicon. All the upgrades, Spirit Charge, heavy, copper weapons.
Yeah, the problem is Kimo has had so many vills, but now with Matreiuss still having those fishing ships and Kimo actually having 0, if these Hippicons keep going a little while longer, Matreiuss will actually start feeling advantaged in this one.
Yeah.
These Hippicons sure have become monsters. Now, if we can see a bunch of armory upgrades for them, like the armor upgrades specifically, that would be great.
You've said it.
Hera!
Yeah. I'm gonna say, you said it before, now it's happening. Hera is the play.
If there's not too many siege towers, it's cool.
Yeah, though those are... Don't want that. Because they do pierce damage, the lightning storm.
Yeah, exactly. So siege towers just tank the whole thing. And that should be a surround on it, so taking out the problem unit right away. Oh wait, no. Going for the spearman, that's dangerous.
Spearman, but only medium upgrades, so the cab will still definitely do alright here with all of those upgrades. And Kimo kind of needs to get that horse going at some point to counter this cab. Or even Desert Wind Camels as well, that's also a thing.
Yeah, he can keep up better with the calf speed. Spearmen are okay, of course, if in a direct fight. I mean, he still kind of won for efficiency reasons.
Yeah, I just think the population is really hurting Matt right now, and this lightning storm might be his last chance to really keep the population at a level where he's comfortable with it. Wipe out this army.
Here it comes,
maybe,
though.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
that's a huge lightning storm. So many chariots, all of them dead. That's
even some
20
villagers
plus.
on the gold. And now he needs to wipe out this Migdol immediately. Either that or go for a TC.
Yeah, we've got 11 Hippicons. It's definitely enough for the Migdol, especially with
Champion upgrade coming
the
through.
Medusa helping. Champion Cav, let's go.
He needs fortified TCs now as well, just to get 3 more Hippicons out on the field.
Those Frisian horses, man. There's something else. Medusa getting a second chariot kill. Not bad, not bad.
Nice, nice. Mig goes down. Now the Hippicons can show what they're made of fighting directly. That beautiful champion looking upgrade.
We do have a bronze weapons upgrade on them, as well as copper mail, by the way, and bronze mail coming through.
Yeah, oh, they are so strong. And he's medium spearmen with nothing. He's getting heavy spearmen, but even that is already becoming outdated tech right now against this.
Yeah, it would be very nice to have more armory upgrades.
Kimo needs to get horse. That's like the only thing right now. The stacking
so far
into
away from it.
Yeah, he is.
How is he gonna do that without any ships? Like, 0 fishing ships on the map from him.
He did just have rain, but there's quite a lot of idle villagers around as well, and overall difficulty probably securing gold at this point. I love it.
9 champion Hippicons going for the raid, getting like 3 villagers there, by the way. Very nice. Every little pickoff matters, even if Kimo can rebuild them very quickly. Matreiuss is gonna need a tool to break a TC. It's the most important next thing.
His tool is Hippicon.
Make horse.
He needs fortified TCs though. He needs a little bit more pop to keep it going.
They also have sun-dried mud brick.
Yeah, they're very strong TCs. Well, no, he's not Poseidon, never mind. I was gonna say, maybe he could make some Matreiuss, but...
Next game in game 7 of this best of 5. What? 6, I mean. That joke fell on its face. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I'm getting quite tired. Fortified TC is finally going through from Matt. Yeah, if he can get a couple more Hippicons out, it'd be great. Just to get that numbers up. And hopefully turn the tide in some more fights, because, you know, Kimo is struggling with pop, but if he ever gets to full pop, yeah, I don't know, the Hippicons can't really fight 3v1. Like, 1-on-1, they're good. Maybe even 2-on-1 they can handle it, but it gets to a point, you know?
Yeah, and these spearmen are improving over time. Like, there's gonna be more stuff coming in for them. Leather frame shield for now.
Yeah,
that's not what you need. That's a pierce damage, pierce armor upgrade, I'm afraid.
Yep. Well, it will help against Matreiuss' buildings and Odysseus.
So many villagers going down. Kimo can't keep at max.
The push on the TC, that's massive.
Whoa, where did those come from? Suddenly.
He's built 2 fortresses, wow. I didn't notice either of those.
That's great. 3 Helipolis out of nowhere. Now Matreiuss can push. This bottom base is also at risk, especially with all the Hippicon support. Dude, Kimo's kind of allowing this to happen, and now Matt can take a 3rd TC.
He's going straight forward. That's all he needs. He just needs more of what he's doing. A couple more. Yep, Cav finally getting into the action. This is very nice. I haven't seen proper Hippicon fighting like this in a while either.
Yeah. This
That
is
is-
some old school stuff that is great to see back in action.
Opening the old playbook.
That's the thing with meta. Sometimes you just forget about stuff that used to work. And you don't prepare for it. Lo and behold, it still works sometimes.
It's mostly just that surprise factor and a little bit of unfamiliarity with this strategy is like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? There's so many things you can do. You can obviously try and rush horse for the upgrade. You can even try and just get desert wind camels. Or correlated towers. That's still very, very strong against this.
Oh yeah, that's something we haven't mentioned the whole time. Crenellated towers are still very, very good.
And that's probably the main reason why this usually doesn't work.
Kimo did
But,
not get them. Yeah, you wall off a bunch of those. Walls as well, just buying a lot of time. Stone walls are fairly cheap. So fighting it straight up might not have been the smartest. Now they also have Bellerophon support, should there be any myth units.
Yeah.
Fights the big gold mine with 7 cav. That's great.
Kimo can't keep this up. He cannot keep this up.
Wow, even more coming in. Even if the villagers try to escape, they're gonna be surrounded now. The free Helipolis are charging through, going after the barracks. And Bellerophon is poking a dock for
Iron
reasons.
weapons coming in. He wants more on this Hippicon. What
Oh
they've
my
got,
God.
it's not enough.
Dude, Kimo hasn't reacted to this the whole time. His entire gold mine of villagers is wrecked. And he's going to tap out as a result. Dude, Matreiuss is so strong. He's made a comeback happen. Hasn't won a tournament in a while, but his time has come.
Nice. Well played by Matt.
Thanks for all the ponies.
Let's see. Wow, still at 250 viewers. Thank you guys all for watching.
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.